That is absolutely right. We can be our own heroes. That's a tagline from the FSL intro that we always see before the stream actually starts. So that is it. We are your casters. Hey, I'm Quack, and of course, this finger gun girl is Ray Rachu.
Oh, come on.
Well,
We just started casting together yesterday, and it took, what, a day and a half for you to start BMing me again?
how's that BM? How's that
Wow.
BM, guys? I don't think it's
Wow,
BM.
That is not fair. That's Ray Rachu abuse.
I'm just pointing something that you do, you know, exposing you on the stream. But of course, this is the FSL Valorant Open Circuit for the year of 2021. It's the very first one, and right now we are in the lower bracket finals between the two teams that we've kind of seen all throughout the day. It's going to be KMO, Kid My Orc, versus Mad Army.
Yeah.
The map's going to be Bind.
And this is just going to be like the Thai squad versus Thai squad PK right
yeah.
here. 6 Thai girls facing another 6 Thai girls. 12 immortals across the board, of course, including their subs on the roster. So I'm pretty hyped for this one. Also, Bind. Actually, I kind of want to say it's both KMO and Mad Army's kind of best map. I think both these teams played Bind twice in the group stages as we picked up 2 of their wins. It was on Bind this time around. So you gotta think, you know, both these girls, they know how to play this one out. We'll see. It looks like a slow invade through to Hookah. There's Muffin. Gonna reload that Ghost. Smoke gonna go down over towards CT now that they know that there's someone over by Hookah.
Oh, the paint shells goes in as well, and now Sin has no choice but to fall back a little bit. This just buys them a little bit of time. They want to play it safe, flush everyone out, make sure that all the corners are secure. And at the same time, they're kind of just taking their time, maybe deciding to rotate a little bit. Spike has been passed on over. This should give them site control. Paranoia in as well, and they're looking to control this elbow position. Although, Double Frenzy says hello to Yamroll, and that is going to be tough to deal with. Now they have to worry about all these 2 positions, both CT and elbow. Oh, the attacking team's not going to have a fun time. Muffin, though, wait, she actually picks up so many kills. It's going to be a triple from her Ghost. Not quite sure where she was, but that was incredible. So precise, so accurate. Triple kill to secure the win, and of course, possibly the next round.
Yeah, Muffin, absolute queen play is what we're seeing right here. I mean, we saw in their earlier game when they played versus Celeste, we were talking a lot about how Muffin and Yoki, kind of the core of the previous 7 Sins team that went up against Celeste in the earlier stages of the FSL Valorant Open. But I mean, she didn't have as many opportunities to shine that time. Now that we see her facing off against KMO, it's definitely when we see her bringing the good stuff.
Very good stuff. There goes Paint Shells again. And she creates so much space with that one ability. Right now, though, U-Haul Control is not on the side of Mad Army just yet. They're trying to get the spike down, but Sin is going to be peeking a little bit too aggressively. They get shut down by the Spectres, and of course, the classic right-click is no match for a fully automatic submachine.
Yeah, they did pick up 1 off of that. I believe they were still using the Ghost as well as a Frenzy. And the thing about, you know, Frenzy, as we saw during earlier round 1, the way you want to play for that is not so much headshot, but you just want to lay out your magazine into the enemy's body just because of that high fire rate for the Frenzy. So we saw earlier, you know, playing for headshot doesn't quite work, so you want to peek around the side, and then you're kind of at the mercy of the gun spray. But if you don't land that, you kind of duck behind, reload, and then go back forward, as we saw the double Frenzy. So didn't get it the first time, got it the second time though. This time around we are into round number 3. There's that rifle Fluffy just ADSing, holding down sight.
Wow. That's going to be a little bit tough for Yoki to peek through, but looks like she wants to use her Owl Drone to gain information instead. At the same time as Zengi is trying to get information at A short. I don't think she spotted out Mad Army's Phoenix player though.
Yeah, they're trying to get shower control. The thing is, they're actually playing 2 in shower right here, so that would be really risky if they tried to go in. But yeah, they do pick 1 off of that, making it a 5v4.
5v4, and at the same time, Yoki was the one who fell to Fluffy's shot. That's going to be painful. No more recon bolts, and it's going to be a little bit tougher for them to get information. Their only option right now is possibly just full commit onto the site. Paint shells to the back of truck, and they're looking to take control. Baby Eats is going to push into U-Haul, but Fluffy's looking to stop the spike plant, and she misses her spray. But regardless, Pokasa is still in the game. She's the one who has been super deadly and precise with her shots. But of course, Muffin is as well. They're going to take the TP over onto B site to try to get the spike down, but Negative is actually looking around elbow. This could be dangerous.
Yeah, it took some spray damage from the pin shells, but you're just gonna tough that one out. Just make sure the bomb goes down. Pass up over by CT. Shots fired. Muffin forced to reload. 1v2. Jamil picking up the double.
Wow. Double, and Muffin actually gets a really well-placed hit shot onto the last Cypher player.
I think that was a triple for Muffin by the end there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think she got it picked up 2 earlier on. So she's sitting at 6-1 and 0, 3 rounds in, averaging out to 2 kills per round. Absolutely insane.
And that was a full buy from KMO.
Yep, because that was round 3, so not in the best spot. They are going to go, wait for it, 3 Bucky.
Oh no. I just saw it. 3 Buckies. Again, that can be very strong, especially on Bind, where you have positions like A short and hookah. Shotguns are so strong in these spots. If you push through and you connect the shot, it's almost a guaranteed kill. Look at that. So much damage, but Sin sustains quite a bit of damage as well. Oh, but somehow, babies. She was trying to shoot the tripwire, but one bullet actually found its way onto Sin. Oh no, it's a 5v4 now, flashing into the smoke to secure it. Very well played, very smart, and of course they get the site.
Yeah, they heard the TP door opening, so they just got 3 rush back out towards, out of hookah to make sure they pick that one up. And right now, Sova just waiting for the wings over by CT. Fast fingers by Pokasa. He's going to pick up Muffin with the Bucky.
Last player standing.
Yeah, well, he gets some good rifle kills as well. He only got a Sheriff though, but picks up that headshot. 1 tap does get taken out by Yogi at the end of that one. So, close call from Kid. My Orc, they were able to get a double kill off of that half eco round. You're talking about just shotguns, Buckies on Bind. Definitely a lot better than trying to use shotgun on a map such as Icebox. And yeah, you look at places such as hookah. Hookah alone has 3 good spots for the shotgun. You've got the box over on the entrance towards the right side. You've got the firebox, and you've got that behind the box spot where people run in and they don't expect you to be there. Not even in hookah, you can wait outside the window at the drop. It's also a great choke position to be holding. So just so many opportunities to try and make the Bucky judge happen. But we are into round number 4 this time around. And I'll be playing this a bit slowly. Hunter's Story gonna tag Fluffy out. She's got no chance there. She can't get hit by the second one. She gets hit by the second one. You go down for sure. Uses 80 health to that. Muffin gonna shoot out the Leer. It's gonna miss the shot coming out of the U-Haul. Picks up Muffin.
Muffin's just a little bit slower, and of course the rotates are happening through. They're playing the same thing. They're doing the same thing that they did on the pistol round, which is teleport over, get the spike planted, and have one lurker over from A, push into CT, and keep them guessing. Right now, though, it's going to be a double fake because Killjoy lockdown on B, spike goes onto A. Yoki does get shut down, though, so whoever the Yeoman player is, she has to be careful because Fluffy is on the hunt.
On the hunt, 3 versus 5, 2 people down, and they are going to shoot out the KJ tower, but they know that she's there. There's the Leer, not going to connect onto it. He does hear footsteps coming out. Showers doesn't even need to get shot down over at U-Haul. Right now, 2 people in lamps. Negative, gonna get gunned down by Baby TZ. In turn, gonna get taken out by Cinny. There's the showstopper. Oh, she's 1v2.
Oh, she could get
it though. Alpha play.
She could get it though. She has paint shells as well.
She's only got 7 shots. Girl needs to reload, but Yamrul only 2 health.
Sticking
it! Wall bang. Oh my god, she got the diffuse. No!
And the kill. Oh my gosh.
Wow. I mean, Yamro could have played that one better, but the thing is, you know, she only had 2 health. So if she'd revealed herself, she knew that the diffuse was going off because she heard the sound cue, and she also, because she was watching the spot where the bomb was planted, she knew that Raze was still there because she didn't see Raze like stand up. But I mean, that was always gonna be rough. You're at 2 health. You know that if you reveal your position, it's just gonna be what, a leg shot that could take you down. So
at the same time, it was Sin who created a lot of space thanks to that showstopper. Once you hear that sound cue, fire in the hole. You're like, I'm out of here. But of course, yeah, 2 points of health. She was really, really great. And right now, it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade. Sin trying to connect the second spray, but does not quite get it. 4v3. It's a 2-for-1 trade, and of course, it favors Mad Army right now.
Yeah, the recoil really gonna do her in. We are at 4v3, as you mentioned. There's this double cycle out of Hookah. Really flashy, but unfortunately doesn't quite connect. Negative, able to take Muffin down. They're standing up the response kill though, but again, 1v3. Phoenix using her abilities to keep herself topped up. Didn't really need it at the end there, but just, you know, that extra little bit of insurance. Yamro got her back, so they are going to make it 5-1 now. Mad Army just looks like they're pulling ahead.
Yeah, definitely a little bit pulling ahead, but at the same time, they're just playing a very solid, very standard game. I mean, they were pushing up B long quietly, and someone decided to go for an informational peek, and of course, they get punished for a 2-for-1 trade, and it kept going the same way. So the one-woman advantage was always on Mad Army's side. Very standard round, but right now, it's going to be an anti-eco. We have pistols on the side of KMO. It's going to be a little bit tougher for them to defend. Of course, playing these one-and-done positions, but she gets beat by Muffin. The paint shells, she knows exactly how to use those to her advantage, Muffin.
Yeah, she gets hit by both paint shell props, so it gets taken down to 11 early on. Really had no chance. Already started with just the frenzy, so that was already going to be difficult. It's Zengi with the sheriff. Isn't gonna make it happen though. Yoki wallbang picking up negative. 5v2. Jamil wondering if she wants to go for the grenade or go for the vandal instead. Nothing over by shallows. Gonna let her position be known with those footsteps. The bomb planted out in the open. Drone. Is she gonna peek left though? Does spy out Omen. They do have a lot of information. Sin actually picks up Muffin over in the back with the pistol.
That takes skill. 2 headshots back to back. She's looking for Yoki, but not quite going to connect this time. It's going to be Jamil who closes things out for her team.
Yeah, bad reload spot also. I mean, they knew that they were double peeking, so she and her teammate were both there trying to shoot, but she was just reloading the sheriff out in the open.
Yeah, I think she got tagged by the shots from Jamil as well, so your movement speed really gets slowed down. It's very tough for you to reload when you're caught out like that.
Yep, I like what we're seeing this game. Actually, we were saying that, you know, both these teams, they've got to know how Bind works because they played it so well during the group stages, and that's really what we're seeing. We're seeing a lot of those creative TP plays, not even just the first fake out, the second fake out. You make a lot of sound with the TP, and then you actually go back towards the side that they thought you had disengaged from. So really nice rotations. A lot of the strategies from both sides, but yeah, very good pickup. Start of that round. It's gonna make it a 5v4. Omen is holding Spike. Muffin right here. She's just letting herself be known, and she's good. She's shooting elbow, she's shooting container, and wow, nice hit shot onto Sinwah. There's that satchel onto the side. She's already been chumped down pretty low. They're already at just 30 health. She's trying to clear a lot of space for the rest of her team for them to plant. There's a Yamro doing the plant down. It should be able to make this happen. Hunter's Fury actually picks up Baby TZ. Wow, and I don't think that she actually had the recon. See, she saved a recon after the Hunter's Fury. A lot of times you see players use that recon before Hunter's Fury, so you know for sure you have a good line of sight for your ultimate. But Jamil right here. Oh, she's just waiting for Omen through the smoke. That was a close-up for Casa. Gonna pick up Jamil. Muffin still down to 30 health. 1 versus 4.
No. She
that was
walks
close. Yeah, she did walk into that one, just really far away from the bomb, I think, after they had dropped it. But very good thinking from, I think it was Izengi, from the Hunter's Fury, because as we were saying, a lot of times, you know, you drop the recon first just so that, you know where they are and you're going to have a good shot for your procs of the ultimate. What she did was she knew that they were very likely going to plant it at like the default spot on the container, so she just shot her ultimate straight onto that spot and then used the recon after that for that extra information. So really good way of maximizing everything she has in her kit.
You are 100% correct. It's just really, really clever guesswork from Izengi. At the same time, it was actually the shock dart that she fired that got the final kill. And also, I mean, Muffin, you saw her taking a lot of shots from Hookah. She was actually trying to clear out the Cypher tripwires, and that comes from just a lot of experience. She knows where those tripwires are going to be, even though she doesn't actually see them. Very, very clever, and right now she's creating a lot of space, doing her job as a duelist. Hopefully this will give her team the momentum and entry that they need. She just flashbacks in a U-Haul, finds the shot on Izengi. Smart player is gone, but right now we have a marksman in the game. It's Pokasa still. Oh, no. Marksman title goes to Muffin now. It is the Muffin Queen, and she is making the plays, but Sin. Oh, no. You get shut down from the back by Yamro, who gets another kill onto negative. This site has gone over to Mad Army.
I mean, Sin was trying to pull a Muffin. Right, at that point, your team gets knocked by that raise once or twice, and you're like, you know what, I've got my ult, I'm going to show you what I've got, and, well.
That was very nice positioning by Yamroll, though. I mean, we love to say, like, she got shots from downtown. No, but she is an uptown girl, because she's just classy like that. She knows exactly where to hide, because that is where the KMO players would peek from, so she was just anticipating it. Very smart.
Quack, I think your music choices are showing your age.
A little bit. A little bit. I am old, not that old. I don't know. Who knows? We'll find out. But right now, it's going to be the Recon Bolt as well as the Hunter Fury. Not quite connecting, though. Very, very nice footwork and movement from the Reyna player on the side of KMO. But Pokasa, she thinks that, okay, because the Hunter Fury was committed, they probably think that I'm not here. Yeah, big lurk, big flank. They don't know that she's there. She will be able to get the one kill, though. And now they're thinking, okay, Pokasa is there. We have to be careful about this A-short position. Still, the advances are towards B. So a lot of guesswork on the side of Mad Army right now. They're not quite sure where these KMO players are waiting for them.
I love the way Muffin plays. This girl is absolutely no fear. She's down to 12 health, and she's still peeking aggressively out of Hookah window. I mean, she ain't scared of nothing.
Oh yeah, she most certainly, she is the Muffin Queen after all. You know, you don't have to be scared when you have that much potential, but right now Pokasa shuts her down. Just again, very, very smart. She narrowly dodges the paranoia, but does get shot down by Jamil. And right now, it's going to be the teleporter plays. But still, Negative is just lurking on the site. She's waiting for it. She gets a tag from her camera. And right now, she's going to have to get the spike down. Jamil, only 10 seconds left in the game. Oh, and Baby pops the run it back. She's going in for it, trying to get the most value out of it. And she does. Negative is down to 50 points of health. This is not good for KMO. Oh man, headshot in as well. And attacker killjoy even. It's layer on top of layer. And the defenders have no choice. They have no idea how to react to this.
Yeah, this is terrible. And you can see Negative, she's actually stuck in a bad spot over at CT. The smoke is out, so she can actually afford to cross if they do want to eco right here. Looks like they're just going to try and account for exit frags, but it's not really going to happen at this point because the squad of Mad Army, they're going to back out through B as well as Hookah.
Yeah, nothing much they can do here. Just hold on to those rifles for dear life. Of course, it's already the 10th round. Next round is going to be round 11, and after that, it's going to be the end of the first half. I mean, Mad Army, they've been marching ever so confidently onto these sites. I'm not sure if it's just Muffin or Jamil, but they are really, really good at creating space for their teammates and just finding these entries. Just super, super accurate. Pokasa is trying to do her best at playing aggressively as well, keeping them guessing. But the defense from KMO, it's just not quite there, and that allows for Mad Army to actually push onto the sides very effectively. So they've already secured 8 rounds. This is very, very comfortable for them going into the second half. They need to be a little bit more careful this time, KMO.
Fluffy with the mirror. It's gonna get you 3 people down for V1, but they are, because it's a 3v1 situation. Yogi's just gonna be able to pick up Fluffy as well as Pokasa. Negative right here. In a bad spot, gets flashed and gets blocked away by the hot hand. So he's gonna just drop her cage back out. Bucky at that range. Oh, not gonna happen, I think. But Bucky with that judge picks up negative. Oh, and there's Sin finally swapping that shotgun for the rifle right here. It does get her location review due to the recombo, though.
One enemy remains.
Oh, babies.
1v2. Oh, judge to the face. That is not fair. 911? I need to report a murder because Judge through hookah window. That's gotta be nerfed. I mean, that can't be nerfed, but I don't know like what can be done. Like someone needs to delete this gun, delete Bucky, delete Judge. They gotta go.
Yeah, we were seeing some of those comments in the chat
Oh, yeah,
earlier today.
we were scrolling through the chat. There was one person who was just like,
delete Bucky. Oh my gosh, definitely call 911. That was a homicide and a half. If I were Sin back there, I'd be so mad. I'm just done with the game. Of course, it's the last round, the first half right now. Every round counts, so they can't give up quite yet, and they certainly aren't giving up right now. But still, they're playing these really forward positions, not defensive at all. They're trying to gain information, trying to make some peaks, but it's a little bit risky at times as well.
Yeah,
and I mean, it looks like Mad Army actually slowing things down.
I can see that they're not really committing to a site right here. They kind of tried to get shower control. Spiderino was in there. They backed out. You can see right now they're kind of going around mid. 1 at hookah. 3 still at a link. And Omen, actually, it's going to be an Omen v Omen right here. Pokasa.
Nice.
Judge OP.
Judge OP, but you saw how she cleared the right before going back into the left. Very smart. She does win. I mean, if there was someone towards her right, then she would have died. So she was kind of lucky, but at the same time, just good and smart plays overall. 4v4 right now. I think she does pick herself up a rifle off of that one play. Still, though, it's the game of timing right now. Spike is already down. They only have about 30 seconds left to go in with this retake. She needs to be as quick as possible, but Fluffy just gets shut down by Baby's. The game from Mad Army right now is super solid. The way they get the spike down and then just play defensively afterwards, it's tough for KMO to come in with a retake.
Yeah, 1 versus 1. The miracle retake if she was able to make that one happen, but Yogi's gonna, put a stamp on that. 1v1. Just say like, you know what, I'm the better Sova. I got your number. I know you're probably gonna be over at the CTU window. And you can see she's just trying to get some shots through the smoke over at hookah, but so it's gonna be difficult. 1v3, 1v4. So we do have the side switch, but coming into that, it's actually 10 and 2, which is really difficult for Kid My Orc. The good thing though is that, it's kind of a clean reset. Everyone starts on pistols, a couple of light shields here and there. So if they can win this one, they can very likely snowball into that round 2 win. So a comeback is not entirely out of the question.
Yeah, most certainly not, but they're going to have to switch something up. Pokasa, if we saw earlier on, she was playing super aggressive. So we're going to have to see how they come in with the attacking side.
Yeah, I mean, KMO, they're the ones to pick this map. So hopefully, after the side switch, they'll be able to play this one better. There's that Boombot just going to clear the left side box. A lot of times that's a very cheeky corner for people to start. The spot where Muffin is usually if you want to hold a shorty. This is the spot. Oh! And that's the thing with the short, because they only have 2 bullets in your magazine. You kind of get 1 kill, but if they rush you, you're kind of susceptible to just trading 1 for 1. Yoki, though, with that triple on that ghost, converting into... Wow. Gonna convert it into a 4K. That's what we were gonna say.
Yeah. Well,
I was gonna say triple.
But it became 4.
Yeah. You blink and you miss it. She turned that into a quadra at the start. So, Kid My Orc are in a really tough position because they're opting instead. They're in for the confidence buy, which is not that they're forcing. It's that they're ecoing this round just so that they can buy better guns the next time around, and they're hoping to come back off of the round 3.
Standing ahead.
Yeah, I have to say though, earlier on it might have been homicide with the judge. This time around, that was a mass genocide. Yoki with the ghost, the way that she used her opponent's cyber cage to her own advantage, right? She was treating it as if it was a wall, using the corners that weren't exactly covered by the cyber cage to find a couple of hit shots. Very, very smart. And right now, it's going to be another B split from KMO. They're trying to do the most that they can. They only have pistols this time, so it's going to be a full blast back. She didn't see her! Yoki gets shut down this time by the Stinger. Very well played by Sin. Just flying all over the map right now. And Pokasa shuts down the rotate from Yamroll. They're going to be able to get this round. It's 5v2 right now, and I am not quite sure. Muffin might have a Vandal, but as long as KMO doesn't peek too aggressively, they should be able to win.
Yeah, 2v5. Not sure if Muffin wants to go for, you know, that star play. Baby TZ actually, is that a Marshall that she's got to? So they don't, that's not really the best gun when you're trying to 2v5. The enemy team does have the Frenzy as well, but looks like they're gonna just back off, save that gun, and very nicely played from Kid Mayor. Run in the teleporter! The thing is, you want to make it to the teleporter, but you don't want to actually have the door open, because a lot of times people are just going to camp you because they know that if the bomb goes off and you're that near sight, most people are going to escape through teleporter. So if they camp at the outside of A, you don't really want to get close enough to the door because then you might die. So a lot of good restraint. She just kind of hugged the spot where she teleported out of. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, very, very smart. And at the same time, well, that's kudos to you for pointing that out. Yeah, this is why these players do these certain movements and hide in certain spots at the same time. But right now, it's going to be a bit of a force buy from the side of Mad Army, in fact. They're looking to close this game out, and I'm not sure if that's the right play. They might be getting a little bit too greedy right now.
Bucky and Hookah.
Yeah.
Tail is all the time.
We saw the shorty play earlier on in the first round of the second half. It worked out once, but then she got shut down, and oh, she walks into the paint shell. She walks into the paint shells. Sin is on point right now, and she's creating a lot of space for her teammates. They have control over Hookah, and now they're looking to push onto B side, but Muffin, though, she's looking to stop them. Too many players peeking at her once, and she is unable to stop it. Yamroll knows that she cannot do anything. Shaking her mouse side to side. No, 1v4. Oh my god!
Oh, trap wire! Oh my god, she's gonna proc the wire, so they're gonna know she's here, and she's stuck in a terrible position because there's that CT entrance that you run through from the back of site, and she's only got elbow, so she opts to run back into elbow into the smoke. I kind of think, like, you know, she's like, well, if I'm gonna die, I want to try and take at least one person down with me. Oh, she could pick up that gun there. We'll have 7Q though. Oh my god, there's that shooting through the smoke. She opts to switch it back into the Frenzy because the Spectre just wasn't her day. Only had 8 bullets left in that magazine. You know, and plus when you pick up that gun, they do hear that sound. Also, she didn't really want to reload, so that would have made even more noise. So props to her. She didn't give up. She didn't try to back out of CT at the end.
Yeah.
That was another win that Kid Marok absolutely needed to try and turn things around. 11-4, now doing so much better after the swap.
Great plays, great entries, and I mean, it's not every day that you get to see a tripwire get triggered just instantly like that. She was standing right in front of it. But also, I mean, respect. The way that she didn't quite give up using her smokes to pick up that Spectre. She might not have gotten a kill, but she definitely earned my respect just off of that one play. Right now, though, Mad Army, super aggressive. They're trying to get information off of this B-long push, trying to get a couple kills as well. But the flash doesn't work out in their favor. Sin, she is just killing and slaying like a queen.
Yeah, if you're a really good player and you know that the flash is coming, you actually just want to place your crosshair onto where you think they're going to appear. When you get flash, you just aim down your left click and hopefully try and pick them up, even though you might get flashed. That's exactly what they did. They picked up the good double kill down there. So good counterplay from that this time around. 1v4. Muffin's the one who's got to try and make a 4K happen. Definitely one of those players who could pull out this type of a play, but does get her location revealed. There's that horizontal satchel. Vertical satchel.
Yeah, she's trying to just boost herself a little bit. But I don't think she's going to be able to find anything in a 1v4 scenario. Look at how safely the KMO players are playing as well. Oh, not even a single bit of exposure. Paint shells plus a quick peek. Oh my god, they're playing it safe now.
Yeah, it's really hard to defuse when the bomb is planted out in the open like that for sure, and you're like 1v4. Also, fun fact, trap wire, if you don't shoot either side of it before it goes off, it actually does 3 damage. So if you've been chunked out, you're at 3 health left or less, you could actually die.
You could actually die.
That is the most tilting death. That's worse than getting shot in the face of a judge.
Doesn't happen too often though, thankfully, but of course it also hits you with a stun or like debuff. So you want to shoot that as quickly as possible. But right now it's the camo players again with another informational play. They're taking things a lot more carefully this time. Pokasa just getting the shot showers and then backing off. They think that she's there, so they're rotating back over, but Muffin, it's the jumping Bucky! What is this? This is not Cookley. This is not Dustu. She's going for even more now, jumping into Hookah. She's looking for the next one. Oh, she gets shut down by Fluffy though, thankfully. 4v2.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Dusty, but you know what it is? It's illegal. I mean, come on. We saw her jump with the judge earlier on too, but that's just, as you're saying, you know, just Hookah has so many good spots for the shotgun, but Yoki needs to be a bit careful. There's a TP going to come out and negative. Wow. Good rotation coming in. They're going to plan over by triple on A site. So kind of catching the rest on the back foot here. It is 3v2. Both opens are pretty low. And there's Yamro just scoping out CT, running over towards the back of A. But that does mean that it gives a lot of time for the other side to really just hold a good position there. You can see negative hanging out in U-Haul. She's down to 9 health though, so Wood making things pretty close.
Again, it's the super safe, super defensive post-plant lockdown positions. But Yoki does get a nice swing onto negative. She was very low regardless. Oh, but the Hunter's Fury. This should secure her the defuse. Oh, but Isengi. Well-timed shot onto Yamro, and I don't think Yoki has enough time to go for this anymore. It's gonna be the clutch. And we are back in the game. 6-11, 5-round deficit. It is not impossible for KMO to come back into this game.
Yeah, nice Hunter's Fury right there, just being shot over where the bomb was planted, just buying so much time towards the end. You can kind of buy about close to like 6 to 8 seconds over the end there with all of your procs. So nicely done, as you're saying, 6-11. Kind of a bit surprising for me, you know, they're doing so well on the attack. I think competitively, at least my personal preference is really like defensive side on the bind. I think especially because like B, for example, is such a small site, it's a lot easier to hold. But yeah, definitely props to Kid My Arc because they're playing the offensive side super well.
Super well. I mean, defenders always have that inherent advantage because you can just wait for people to walk into you. But the way that they're playing on offense, it's just this super cohesive teamwork. We have the paint shells and then the Leer, and they just walk in together as a team. And at the same time, they're not just blindly overcommitting. But as I say that, it's going to be the showstopper that just goes in anyway. We'll see how Mad Army responds to this. We have a Boombot to slow things down, and this buys enough time for the full 5-man squad to rotate on over. Timing is of the essence right now. They need to get the spike down as soon as possible. It does go down, but a little bit too late. The firing squad is already on their heels, and here it comes. Fluffy does get a nice trade, though. It's still even odds at both sides. 2v2, but Jamil just ticks it over onto her side. Pokasa has something to say about that, though. Hiding in the corner, they don't spot her at all, and she comes up big with a double kill clutch, and they are still in the game. 7-11.
That end of that round. That was absolutely Mad Army's round to lose. They were 2v1. I think Muffin also had started defusing. I think if they had tried to go for the defuse there, Pocasa was waiting around Alba, but maybe get it to half was potentially an option. But you know, it's just a bit difficult because they had the man advantage. They're like, you know, let's just kill Pocasa. Let's just end this one quickly and decisively. But Pocasa just came in up clutch, getting that double kill.
Yeah, I mean, she has been on point with these flicks, you know, even though it was 2 players, she just gets those micro flicks really quick in succession as well. And right now, they're taking things a little bit slower, knowing that KMO and Mad Army, they're probably on a full buy right now. They have been known to make these aggressive plays, and probably they want to play a little bit more safely this time, since the previous rounds, whenever they progress, they get taken down. And just like that, I mean, information was already given away thanks to that B long peak. So KMO, they know that the B side has been weakened. This will give them the spike down, but Yamroll hiding in this teleporter. She's going to TP over onto B long. Oh, Pocasa heard it. Pocasa heard it, and she got shut down. It's all up to Muffin.
Yeah, all up to Muffin. Got a 1v5 in this type of situation. She's actually making the very aggressive play over here by Albo. There's that satchel to kind of fake and make it look as if she's going onto the site. So that's a nice little cute fake buy here. The bomb is already ticking, however. The multiple members on Kid Myouric's squad are pretty low, Cypher as well as Ray. So she could try and make this one happen. There's that double lyric gonna come out. She is in the smoke, however, doesn't have vision.
Nope. Just nope.
Yep, not today. I think was what Kid Myrick was saying. They had 2 people just setting up that crossfire over at the entrance from B long.
But wow, kudos to Kid Myouric. Look at that. 6 rounds in a row. They are slowly but surely, steadily and confidently clawing their way back into this game.
Comeback is real.
Very, very real indeed. Not to mention right now, look at the economy. Mad Army are on pistols. Oh, we do see a Bucky though. And remember, we did see Muffin doing those jump shots.
Yep.
Hookah.
Yep. She needs to be punished for that. As much as I love this girl, that needs to be punished. That should not be a thing. See, there are so many people out there who are going to be watching this and being like, oh my god, I want to try that tonight. And then solo queue is just going to be flooded with people doing that running jump shot over at hookah, which is absolutely broken because when you do that, if you're in hookah, they can only see your head. So it's already hard enough to try and track. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, Muffin. Still though, it's going to be the slow but steady push from KMO. They're not coming up too aggressive. They're not just rushing. They're waiting for the utility to be popped by the Mad Army players. Smokes onto hookah, and we have an owl drone pushing out of B-Long.
That's a really low drone, actually.
Yeah, low drone. If you want to shoot it down, you're going to have to aim low, and that could give KMO a chance to peek along with it, because you're going to have to flip up in order to get a headshot, but still, they're going to push along with this. It's going to be the Hunter Spirit that secures some safe passage, but oh my gosh, Muffin and Mad Army, they're quick on the rotate. They're pushing in. It's a counter push, in fact, from them. They might have gotten the spike down, but they still need to deal with these shots from Jamil. She's going to pick up a Vandal. Not impossible for her to make this possible. She has to isolate these duels. If not, it's going to be tough for her to win. But again, as soon as KMO gets these plants, they play so defensively. Very smart.
Yeah, Jamil's going to have to reload. She knows she's 1v3 able. It's not going to cut it. So she does manage to get the reload off, but there's not enough time for the diffuser. The bombs out here, and yep. Fluffy is going to take out Jamil, even though there was the KJ tower that was kind of putting that shredded damage down. 11-9 is the scoreline for Kid Myouric right now. We were talking about how this game was going to be a Thai squad versus Thai squad PK. I mean, both these, you know, they want to get into the finals later on and face off against the Indonesian squad of Alter Ego Celeste. I mean, whatever happens, we're going to have a Thai team in the finals, but both these squads, like, they all want to go.
Yeah, nobody wants to lose their spots. That's why both teams right now should be playing it safe, but Muffin.
She's got Showstopper. She's just waiting for someone to show up, and then she's just gonna satchel, rocket. I'm just calling it.
That's absolutely right. But Pokasa, she is anticipating it.
Wait a minute, that flick? That was insane. Muffin absolutely had the drop on her. Oh my god, that was just a straight flick to the left, straight to the head.
Mad Army has just been a little bit too antsy, a little bit too aggressive. Despite being on defense, if you're Muffin, you push out alone like that and you get punished, there is no one there to trade you off. And of course, with the man advantage, KMO are just going to have an easy entry onto this B site, but there are 4 or 3 players actually already there to stop them. And Babies has her run it back. She just walked right past Jamil, I think, and she's looking to stop them. Still though, oh, not enough time to get the Blaze Wall up.
Just gonna have to take the long way around, back over around elbow. A lot of shots being fired over by Tree. Oh, they're gonna spot each other coming through the smoke. Did you see Phoenix? Wait a minute. Yeah, so they got the wipe right there. I think they managed to wallbang Fluffy at the end, but getting Omen through that smoke, kind of that cheeky thing where, you know, you run through as they run by you, and then you're like, wait a minute. It's just whoever has the fastest fingers.
Whoever has the fastest fingers, not quite something that you see every day. Just walk into a smoke, give someone a little peck on the cheek. But right now, I mean, I think they won that retake thanks to Yamroll's smokes. The fact that they had that over by Octagon really obscured the vision from KMO. The fact that KMO, the past 6-7 rounds, in fact, every time they get a plant, they play super defensively. And Mad Army has caught on to that fact.
Yep, so this time Spike going to be dropped over at Link right there. They're not really quite committing to a site just yet. You can see they're kind of on the spread out fan kind of formation is what Kimark are going for this time around. It's going to get a bit slow, still got about 120 on the clock. There's that drone. Gonna go through the teleporter. Yep, this is nice. So it's gonna get like maximum utility out of that. You scope out Belong and you also scope out towards Showers just to see. The response drones. They're going to see that he has a good position over at Belong. Likely going to be a simultaneous push into Hika.
Oh, but Fluffy does find one pick. The spike is still down, so they don't have to commit into a site at all. Oh, Sin does spot out Yoki, though. A lot of information being traded on both sides right now. We saw that they cleared out Belong, they cleared out Showers, and right now, pretty much the only place that they haven't worried about is Hookah as well as Market.
Yeah, 30 seconds on a match point. Both these teams just playing it so careful for still 30 really seconds even left. Anything can happen.
Oh man. KMO, they're committing into this site. And they have to get the spike down really, really quickly and ensure that they're alive long enough to win out in these duels. But it's going to be the showstopper and the quick retake plays coming from Mad Army. They might, though, after this one kill from a Zengi. They're sticking onto it, and Negative gets the final shot onto Babies. I'm not quite sure what gave it away, but thankfully she was looking over at Hookah, and they do get it, keeping themselves alive in this game for another round, 10-12. They need 2 more just to even out the score.
Oh, that was so close. It was just barely enough time for them to get the plant down if they had wanted to, but they did just manage to, you know, get that team wipe instead. And I think a lot of times, you know, you see some players, they don't realize that, like, you know, all they need to do is either run down the clock. You see a lot of times, like, if you're in, like, a last person standing kind of situation, sometimes they try to go for the wipe instead, and really all you need to do is wait down the timer. So it wasn't quite what we just saw this time around, but are definitely coming up big. 12-10, keeping their grand final dreams alive.
Well, right now, the dream is still alive, and they are still pursuing it, taking things slow. They don't want to make a single mistake. If they lose even just one player, that could put them at a huge disadvantage, and they know that.
Yeah, so it's good that this time around, no one actually has their ultimates this time. So when you're in that sort of situation, you're kind of looking at it. It's just going to be straight, like, you know, who's better at shooting without those huge game-changing abilities that they would have. I mean, we've seen lots of good shooting today.
Yeah. Very, very solid. And not a single sound has been made just yet,
40
aside from...
seconds.
Oh.
They're playing it so slow.
Well, here it is. It's going to start the fight over on A.
30 seconds
Of course,
left.
the rotates come over, but Muffin is here with the Bucky. She just uses the flashback to secure the Vandal. Second kill. Now she's looking for the third. Down to 19 points of health. She swings it. Almost finds Negative, but Negative was just quicker on the draw. Still, the retakes coming in. The Emerald is still alive. She hasn't quite smoked out this shot, the A short position just yet. Now she will. Is Zangi as well as the last Omen. They are the only ones left alive. Hokasa, she needs to come up big. 1v3. She goes out swinging, but Yoki takes the hit shot. Hunter's Fury into the air for celebration, and it's going to be a 13-10. Mad Army, they secure themselves a spot in the grand finals.
Yep, securing themselves a spot in the grand finals means they're securing their rematch versus Alter Ego Celeste. We did, I think it was the third game of today where we saw Alter Ego Celeste facing off against Mad Army. Score line was something like I think 13-1. Actually, Mad Army had a pretty rough time versus Alter Ego Celeste. But I mean, you know, if you guys have been following FSL for any amount of time, you know, you guys, I think the last time around, or there was one competition where I think Seven Sins didn't participate, and then everyone was, oh yeah, the last time the format was different. They had like the whole team captain sort of thing that they did, which was really fun. But I think there are a lot of like comments saying like, oh, Seven Sins versus Celeste, we want to see this matchup again, and this isn't exactly the Seven Sins versus Celeste matchup, but you've got Muffin, you've got Yoki, you've got like we've got 7 out of 10 players from this rivalry that we can look forward to.
7 out of 10 out of the Seven Sins v Celeste. So we're going to be able to see more of that later. But right now, I mean, I have to say, Muffin, definitely the MVP of this entire game. It might not all have been Vandal shots. Some of them were. But also, she's got some pretty spicy Bucky plays as well. So she's going to have that. And then she's going to go against a Neri, who is also another very strong Bucky player. That is going to be very interesting to see. But of course, we have to give a couple of shout outs to our sponsors. Intel, all of their strong processors is what enables these girls to make their crazy, crazy Bucky plays in these games. You get a lot of frames off of those processors, which enable you to gain smooth plays, very fast, very quick reactions. And at the same time, we are supported by a new sponsor, Tokenized Exchange.
Yep, the next generation digital currency exchange is them. Guys, you know, if you've been online recently, you're like, what is a Dogecoin?
To the moon!
You guys want to check out Tokenized Exchange. That will help you pick up some sweet Dogecoins. we've got a code that, you know, they've been dropping in the Facebook chat if you guys are watching the English. Yep, Facebook stream. I think you guys get a $5 credit if you guys set up an account. So that would net you. We did the calculations yesterday. It was something like 70 Dogecoin that you can actually pick up with that. So you guys definitely want to go check that one out. With that, guys, we're gonna go for a very short break before we come back with the grand finals of this time's FSL Valorant Open. You guys don't want to miss it. We'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon.